Okay guys, what's going on? Kieran from Fingers Crossed, and another Despia deck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite decks to play at the moment. I do enjoy Spriggans. Spriggans is like hella fun, but it doesn't, like, it's more for fun realistically than competing. But this I've done like quite well at just locals for now. I've not been able to play it when I've known the deck quite well at regionals just yet. But yeah, that day's coming up very soon, and yeah, without further ado guys, I played this. It's not like a serious build. I played this just to see how it would work out. It was kind of funny, but it kind of worked. So yeah, let me show you what I did. Okay, getting into it. Hopefully the glare doesn't show. Got 3 Aluba, the Jester of Despia. So this card is so good. It's so good and so bad as well, but like, it is what it is. Like, I wish the second effect when you special summon it you were able to add as well, but Konami didn't allow that, so rip. But it's still a good card. So when this is normal summoned, you can add any branded spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is absolutely crazy. And with the new card branded in red, this card is just this card is just wild. So 3 of him. Then we got 3 Tragedy. I'm hoping that Tragedy gets a nice little OTS super soon, because as a common it just feels, it's a tragedy, to be honest. Sorry guys, I had to do it. But when this guy is sent to the graveyard, not for cost, like for card effect or banished, then you get to add a Despia monster from deck to hand. So this is also very good. This is basically like 6 more Alubas. Then we play 1 Dramaturge. Every time he's used for fusion material, either be banished or sent to the graveyard, then you can summon him again, which is pretty good. And then while he's on the field, if basically a fusion synchro XYZ or link monster is special summoned, then he gets to negate a face-up effect monster on the field. So this could be they special summon from the graveyard also, or if you special summon it from the graveyard due to the field spell, then you'll get to use his negation. I'll play 1 Comedy just because 1's enough. Sometimes it's not only is it an extra name, it actually comes up sometimes where being able to use Comedy to discard, for example, you normal summon a Aluba, they try to Veiler it, and then you use Comedy to basically to negate that negation. So yeah, it actually comes up. Then we play 1 Incredible Ecclesia, and then to go with her we play 2 Fallen of Albaz. He's my boy, man, I love him. And then we've got 1 Albion the Shrouded Dragon. So this ratio feels nice. I don't want to open Ecclesia all the time, so I feel like 1 was enough. But yeah, like I potentially can move around with things. Obviously Fallen of Albaz is a super poly. I mainly summon him from Queritus, which is nice, and then Albion the Shrouded Dragon just sets you Screams, which is basically a monster reborn. But yeah, got those for that. Just playing the 2 Edge chain now. I dropped it down. I'm playing 2-2-2 rather than 3-3-3. I do have a new ratio that I'm going to try out now. Actually today as I'm recording this video. But yeah, 2 Edge chain is going to add you Patchwork. Then this is the bit that I added just to see what it's like. So Condemned Witch. So I had these before, and I played it in the deck because normal summon, and then you can add either Chalice or Forbidden Droplets. So unfortunately I add Chalice at the moment because I don't have droplets. But then also on your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can tribute this card and then special summon a level 4 or lower fairy monster from your deck. So that could be Aluba, and an Aluba can trigger. It could be Despian Tragedy, and then you can activate Branded in red, target something in the grave, and then fusion away that way. Or you can summon Barrier Statue of the Heavens. So if you know you're going against PK or something like that, then you just tribute this bad boy and make your lights. And spoiler alert, Queritus in the extra deck is a light, and so is Proskinion. So It's very easy to make. It'll be way better when you can make Lubellion from Albaz, but yeah, it is just hella fun, man. It's just so crazy. Then we are playing the DPE package because like it's crazy. It's just so good, and I managed to pull the 18 super, so yeah, very good. So my hand traps of choice, I opted to go for 2 DD Crow. I just want to get out of the grave that DPE. Just gonna see how just wanted to see how it went. I didn't actually plan against any DPE, so I ended up siding out a lot. Lancia I feel quite strong this format still, and it's a light, so it works. And then just 2 Ghost Ogre, just to round off that traps. It does put me at like 43 cards, so just take out the DD Crows and then you're at 41, so it's pretty easy that way. Then on to spells, we've got 1 of the Theatre of the Branded, so this card is actually quite good. So 1 is a polymerization, just to start things off, and then 2, if a non-fusion fairy monster leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect or destroyed by battle, then you can basically special summon a level 8 or higher fusion monster from your graveyard. So pretty good. So basically get rid of one, if they get rid of one of your main deck Despia monsters, then you can special summon, so pretty good. 2 branded in red, kind of conflicts with Lancia, but as long as you just activate this before you activate Lancia, then it works out pretty well. But yeah, you basically target a Despia monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and then fusion by banishing materials. So then that means you can banish Dramaturge and then summon him back, or target Tragedy in your grave, add to your hand, or in some cases I've added a Luba back to my hand and then fusion summoned with what I had on the field, so a Verte and a Dramaturge, and then kept a Luba in my hand for follow-up play. And sometimes it's good, you can shuffle back Queritus if you've used them both in the like grandier games. 3 branded opening. At one point this was like £10 a card. Like, it is pretty good. Like, discard, not for cost, and then special summon a Despia monster from your deck. And then it has a graveyard effect where you can banish it to stop one of a fusion monster by being destroyed by card effect. Well, that can be DPE, Dragoon, whatever Shadow monster, anything that you have. So again, pretty good. Then again, like I said, I'm playing just the 2 patchwork now, and I'm playing the 2 polymerization. Yeah, I preferred this ratio, to be honest, than the 3-3-3. Give me more option to put other things inside the deck. But yeah, enjoyed it. Then we're playing for more fusions. We're playing 2 Super Poly. I'll just do it like this. 2 Super Poly, and the last 2 fusion cards, we're playing 2 Fusion Destiny, of course. Just what needs to be done. Super Poly is just crazy, just so good. Any Despia monster in a light or dark, it just helps. And then obviously you've got Fusion Destiny, which allows you to get your never-ending threat DPE on the field. Got 2 Chalice and a Cosmic to round up. So Cosmic is here because skill drain is kind of annoying, but not fully annoying. So we can make big fusion monsters depending on our hand, so it doesn't particularly matter about skill drain because realistically we can make big boys. So Proskinion is quite large. Proskinion is like 32, and what's his name? The new Chimera card is 33, so we can make big boys, so it doesn't particularly matter. And Chalice is just another hand trap of choice I've got. Then the final card is Screams of the Branded, just for sending from Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Moving on to the extra deck. We're gonna whiz through this because I'm not gonna lie, my keeping skills have been poor today, and I've got locals in like 30 minutes. So, yeah. So right. So for the Despia monsters, we've got 2 Queritus, we've got 2 Masquerade, and then we've got the 1 Proskinion. So Proskinion is basically here because he's 32 attack. That is basically it. Realistically, like, his effect is good, but he costs too much to make, and 32, a lot of decks can't get over that. The only way that decks can be too big is, I'm not even sure how they can beat over that. So it's things like Dark Magician that play it. He's bigger than Blue Eyes cards. So yeah, he's quite annoying. Queratus makes everything 0 other than fusion monsters, which again is kind of annoying because DPE is a fusion monster. This card would be better as well if they didn't mistranslate the new card in Battle of Chaos, because then we'd have kind of a negate from his effect also. And then when he leaves the field, you can special summon 4 of Albaz, which is obviously the best choice, and then a Despia monster depending on what's happening in the game. Then Masquerade, you just set this up, and then for your opponent to even play Yu-Gi-Oh, they have to pay 600 life points every time they want to do anything. And they do stack, which is so good. I wish I had room to play 3. And then we've got, for our Albaz fusions, the trio that normally is there. We've got Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, basically allows you to fusion again, which is nice because you can banish your Despia monsters. Your Despia monsters will get their effects and you'll get to summon a Despia monster. Pretty good. Titaniclad is really good for like closing out games, and Sprint is there for like niche things when people set up, like I played against Code Talker guy that misplayed, but he set up like a column, like just one row, and I just made Sprint, moved it and blew up that column, which was nice, so blew up everything in that. So yeah, Sprint comes up sometimes and it's just nice. Then we've got one Guardian Chimera. Every time I make this motherfucker, I feel like he does clear the board or get me some draws and stuff like that, but I just want him to do more. Potentially I'm using him wrong, I need a few more games, but yeah, for now he is a good card, but perhaps I'm just using him in the wrong scenarios. I'm too eager to put him on the field because he's cool. We've got one Starving Venom fusion for the ones for basically an Albaz fusion, and this obviously is good for closing out games also. Then we've got DPE, of course, as we've just said. Like, DPE needs to be in there. He's absolutely just busted. This card is just crazy. Then we just play the one Link monster, Verte, just in case we need to. We are playing a fusion deck, so you should be playing some sort of. I think Verte is just a given. I was considering playing the Dark Charmer, but I opted for Verte instead. And then last but not least, we've got the OTK package in Dragluvion, Numeron Dragon, and Hope Harbinger. Yeah, what more can you say? Easy to make 2 8s in this deck, and then you just go for game. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Yeah, a little bit of a weird one. A few things in there that perhaps you won't like, perhaps you do like. Let me know in the comment section down below. But we persevere with Despia. I would love to top a regional with Despia kind of before the structure deck comes out, so I'm running out of time. I would love to be able to do it before the structure deck comes out, so that when it does come out, perhaps it's even easier for me. But yeah, there's one in March that hopefully I can do well in. I genuinely would love to top with this deck. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.